I can do anything. I can reach any goal today. I can do what I want. I can be what I want to be.
G'day folks and welcome to the 24/7 team selection. We're up to round 6. Rob Wiley is with me, and Rob, we need a more consistent, more pressured approach, I reckon, this week. What say you?
Definitely. We were very disappointing, and all the players, coaching staff, everyone at Carlton were bitterly disappointed with the way we performed against Collingwood. So it's been a soul-searching week, Shane. It's been a week that we realise we've got to give a much better effort. And as I said, I'm sure the boys will come out really determined.
Are the players approaching it that they can find the answers to turn it around? So far, what's been missing this season?
Yeah, it's really tough because there were so many boxes ticked during pre-season. Unfortunately, it hasn't panned out on the football field. But we only in the early part of the season. It can be turned around very quickly, and it must start this Sunday.
It does indeed start this Sunday. Etihad Stadium against the Brisbane Lions. Mother's Day, guys. Let's get into it and have a look at the team for round 6, starting across the back line with Zach Toohey, Sam Rowe, who's came out during the week, said enough is enough, words just aren't cutting it anymore, and Christian Jacks. I like Sam Rowe. He's a leader of this club, captain of the club during the NAB Challenge season, and he said that probably what a lot of players are thinking, we've got to stop talking and really just do it on the field now.
Yeah, no doubt, and he was one of the, handful of players last week that was under enormous pressure with the ball being delivered to Cloak, and he gave a manful a game and tried his hardest, as he always does. So, him and Toohey, Toohey's been in terrific form, Shane. His pre-season indicated that he was disappointed with last year, and every week he's defended well, he's attacked. So, we can get a lot of drive from Zach Toohey.
Let's hope the luck of the Irish continues. Across the halfbacks now to take on Brisbane, Andreas Everett, who's certainly been one of the most consistent for the Blues so far this season. Andrew Walker as well, and Cade Simpson. Where would you see Cade Simpson's first quarter of the season, Rob?
Been very good. He was probably a bit quiet in the first half against Collingwood and came out, but week in and week out, he's such a reliable player, great courage, and he can set us up a lot from the back line. So, we've been really happy with his form.
The midfield, so important to the Blues as always. Having a look at the first half of the midfielders, Sam Doherty. Great to see Sam sign a 3-year deal during the week. Tom Bell, outstanding. And, we don't need to talk too much about Chris Judd, but to lock someone of Sam Doherty's calibre down for 3 years, that must give you faith that the players have belief in what is happening at the football club.
Oh, no doubt about that. And Sam's, we talk about the shining lights so far in the early part, and Sam has been right up there. Week in and week out, his form's been outstanding. We've been able to play him in a number of positions, but we do really need to get some drive through our midfield. We need to give our forwards a lot more opportunities this week. Only 36 times inside our forward 50 last week is just not enough, and you can't win games. So Doherty, Bell's been in good form, and Juddy, he really tried to lift after half-time last week, and I'm sure, as I said, that group will be really determined.
Let's have a look at the rest of our midfielders now to take on Brisbane. Patrick Cripps, the Rising Star nominee of a couple of weeks ago. Cameron Wood, a couple of goals last week against the Pies. And Mark Murphy, who may not have had the most prolific of starts to the season, but in the last 2 weeks, of course, in New Zealand and last week as well, he's led by example, knowing that there's a little bit of pressure on his shoulders as the captain.
Oh, no doubt. And, as I said, it has been pleasing. He continued to train really well this week. A lot of energy. So I'm sure he wants to turn things around for his football club, and you add in Wood, who's been consistent, and you add in Cripps, and he's just going from strength to strength. So it's a good unit. We've just got to make sure that they play well together.
Let's have a look at the half-forward line now, and there's probably no bigger inclusion across the competition this week than Dale Thomas. He's only played 30 seconds for the season. Dennis Armfield at centre-half forward, and Levi Casbolt also returns to the senior side. But it's all about Daisy, Rob, because we know he's on a 5-year deal. We know he's got a nice little check next to his name, but he's one that the fans would just be eagerly awaiting to see.
Yeah, no doubt, and it was really disappointing. As I said, the first minute of the game, we lose him. But, the good thing, he's been able to continue to train. He's been able to run. So he might not have the match fitness, Shane, but he's got legs under his belt. So we're just looking for his quality to be able to, sort of create opportunities for us. And I have no doubt he will.
The most important thing, I guess, from an outsider's point of view is that he's not being rushed back just because of the result last week.
No way. He's trained now fully for the last 2-3 weeks. His shoulder's been tested quite, sort of hard on the training track. So, we go on with confidence that he'll be fine.
Talk about one who will want to lift the Blues off his own boot. Let's have a look at the full forward line now. Bryce Gibbs, probably a little bit of unfair pressure from media circles during the week. Blaine Boakhurst and Liam Jones across the forward line as well. How does Bryce deal with that external pressure?
Look, he's played great football very consistently. Had a bit of a downer last week, and there's no doubt that players of that calibre, they'll rise to the occasion. And it was a bit of a hit, but we've seen him play very good, consistent football, and I see no reason why he can't do that again on Sunday. With
a Sunday game, it is just a squad of 25 at this point in time. Let's have a look at the interchange from as it stands at the moment. Dylan Buckley, Mark Wiley, Ed Curnow, David Allard. Great to see Nick Graham into the side, although be it just a squad at the moment. 3 goals in the VFL last week. Robbie Warnock and, of course, Troy Menzel, a couple in the VFL back from that calf injury. Another player who can add another dimension to this Blues lineup.
Certainly, and I mean, Menzel was a great goal kicker. Both him and Graham performed really well last week in the VFL, and Nick Graham has been in consistent form now, so it's great to see that those guys are up there with the opportunity.
Confident from all the talk during the week that the players know what they let themselves down with against Collingwood and what they need to do this week?
Well, we realise that it's just not good enough. You've got to have effort, you've got to have an intensity. We didn't take that out onto the field on Friday. We know it's important for our football club that we're able to get that back, and we've got full confidence that the playing group knows exactly where they're at, and will perform accordingly.
Get down to Etihad Stadium on Sunday. Take your mums, because I reckon this Blues outfit might just make it a very special Mother's Day. We'll see you soon.